Managing diabetes can feel pretty overwhelming, right? But what if I told you the solution could be as simple as just rethinking what's on your plate? Today, we're going to break down Dr. V. Mohan's incredibly practical advice. These are simple, doable tips designed to put you right back in the driver's seat. So, let's dive in.
So, first things first, how should we even think about diabetes? Well, Dr. Mohan kicks things off with this really surprising analogy that he calls a tiger in a cage. And trust me, it completely reframes the whole conversation.
It all boils down to this one fundamental question he asks, and honestly, it changes everything. Is diabetes a disease or is it a disorder? Now, that might sound like a small difference, but as he explains, the power to decide, that lies with you.
And that brings us to his powerful tiger analogy. See, when you manage it properly, diabetes is like a tiger in a cage. It's there, sure, but it's a controllable disorder. But if you let it run wild, if it's uncontrolled, it becomes a tiger on the loose, a disease that can cause serious harm. The choice of whether that tiger stays caged, well, that choice is completely up to you.
And look, this isn't just some abstract idea. It's a choice facing millions and millions of people. In India alone, it's estimated that over 75 million people have type 2 diabetes. That's literally millions of people deciding every single day how to manage their own tiger. Okay, so what's one of the biggest things that makes keeping that tiger in its cage so tough? For a whole lot of people, it starts with what's on their plate. And here it is. This is really the heart of the problem. The typical plate across India is just loaded with carbohydrates. I mean, we're talking a whopping 75% of the entire meal. That makes controlling blood sugar incredibly difficult. Dr. Mohan puts it perfectly. He says we tend to fill our plates with a mountain of rice. You know how it goes. You have rice with sambar, then some more rice with rasam, and then finish it off with rice and curd. All that carb loading makes it almost impossible to keep blood sugar in check. But, and this is the really good news, Dr. Mohan has this incredibly simple but powerful solution to the whole problem. He calls it the healthy plate, and it's your best weapon for getting control back. This right here is the healthy plate concept. And trust me, it's a total game changer. All you have to do is rebalance your plate. So, first, you fill half of it, that's 50%, with vegetables. Then you fill 1/4, 25%, with a good protein. And that last little quarter, that's for your carbs. 50, 25, 25. See? It's that easy to remember. Okay, so what exactly should you be putting in that protein quarter? Dr. Mohan suggests great plant-based options like chana, rajma, and soya because they're packed with fiber. If you're a non-vegetarian, fish and chicken are fantastic. And hey, here's a great pro tip from him. Egg whites give you pure protein with absolutely zero cholesterol. All right, so I know what you're thinking. This whole new plate setup probably brings up a ton of questions about your favorite foods, right? Let's tackle a few of the big ones to help you get started. First up, the classic question. So many people think they have to switch from rice to chapati, or the other way around, to get their diabetes under control. But is that really necessary?
And the answer is a big, clear no. Dr. Mohan is really firm on this. It's not about what kind of carb you're eating, it's all about how much. Whether it's rice, chapati, bread, whatever, just keep it to that 1/4 of your plate.
Okay, next up, another really common one. We're all hearing about super grains like millets and brown rice. So are they actually a better choice? So here's the deal, and this is the part that most people miss. It's all about whether the grain is polished or unpolished. The unpolished ones, like old-school brown rice, are better because they have more fiber. The trouble is, a lot of the millets you find today are polished, just like white rice, which means they act pretty much the same in your body. So, at the end of the day, what's the most important rule? You guessed it. Keep it to just 1/4 of your plate. Oh, this is a huge one. With so much talk about sugar, a lot of people with diabetes get really scared about eating fruit. So what's the real story here? The answer is yes, you can absolutely eat fruit, but you got to follow a few simple rules. First, always eat the whole fruit. Don't just drink the juice. You need that fiber. Aim for about 1 or 2 a day. And finally, try to pick fruits with a lower glycemic index, which just means they won't spike your blood sugar as fast. Think apples, guava, papaya. And maybe go easy on high-sugar fruits like mangoes and bananas. Now, look, as amazing and effective as all these diet changes are, it's really important to have the right mindset here. This isn't about finding some quick fix. And I love this quote from Dr. Mohan because it's just so real.
He asks, is it a magic wand like Harry Potter? And says, I wish it was. It's not so easy. Fact is, controlling diabetes takes discipline. It takes real, lifelong effort.
And that's why it's so important to remember that diet, as powerful as it is just one piece of the puzzle. It's one of the pillars of control. You also need regular exercise, the right medication, consistent monitoring, and of course, always talking with your doctor. You need all of them working together.
And that brings us right back to where we started. All of these tools, the healthy plate, the portion control, the smart choices, they're the bars of the cage. They help you build it and build it stronger. The only question left, the one only you can answer is your tiger in its cage?